On est sur Radio Campus Orléans encore, cette fois-là avec Enola, chanteuse, un post-punk musicienne de Naarm, Melbourne, Australie, qui va jouer ce soir à 21h sur la scène Micro Campo. Bienvenue Ruby, welcome
Thank
to
you.
Radio Campus et merci encore
Merci.
à Leslie qui va faire la traduction pour nous. First off, when did your sort of project Enola start, and how has it sort of evolved in the recent years?
Pouvez-vous nous parler d'Enola, comment est né le projet et comment il a évolué?
So I started making more electronic music coming from a background of DJing and, playing in nightclubs and stuff like that. And then I started playing with different members and I just really enjoyed performing with other people, and it kind of just evolved to more of a band sound over the years. But I'm always morphing and changing because even It's Not Love has taken people think it's a new thing, but it's actually more of what I originally sounded like. Yeah, so it's,
Donc j'ai commencé dans le milieu de la musique électronique en suivant pas mal de DJ. Et je me suis aperçu que j'aimais beaucoup faire des collaborations avec pas mal de gens et ça m'a permis après de me rendre compte que j'aimais ça et que j'aimais bien revenir
à le même style de musique qu'avant, quoi.
Au même style de musique qu'avant.
So to touch on that, I guess All Is Forgiven was your debut EP, and even that sort of, I feel like when you released it last year while you were in Melbourne. And with that, was there a sort of an overall theme that you sort of sing about through this album? Was there an overall theme surrounding the album, I guess?
All Is Forgiven, c'est votre premier EP qui est sorti l'année dernière. Y a-t-il un thème général sur cet album, un fil conducteur?
I think it's just about themes that sort of reoccur in my own life, which is I think even just like Buddhist concepts of like impermanence, everything being in such like a state of change. I feel like isolation and like Enola, like meaning alone, is like a theme that kind of reoccurs a fair bit. I think it's looking back a lot. I think it's looking back a lot at like things I experienced more as like a teenager and things like that. It's more like processing, looking back, and I think new stuff would be more of the moment, yeah.
Donc oui, les thèmes qui sont abordés, c'est en général la solitude, parce que Enola, c'est la solitude, alone, et le repli sur soi, et c'est des thèmes qui se reportent à son adolescence et sur lesquels elle aime revenir dans ses morceaux pour le coup.
I think now that you've said that, sort of looking back, I mean that's been one of your songs in the EP. You sort of keep it in this sort of dreamscape, I guess. The whole album, like musically, it's in this dreamscape when you're talking about heavy themes of like childhood and as if this album is perhaps a sort of reminiscent of the past, but at the same time moving forward, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Donc vous parlez d'enfance avec des thèmes assez lourds, mais aussi dans une atmosphère assez éthérée, comme si l'album revenait sur le passé, mais pour aller vers l'avant, en quelque sorte.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of talking about things at the past, but with a desire to and a wish to move through them for myself and for others. It's more like I'm saying it all to myself, but also hoping that it will resonate with someone else. I think we all struggle to let go and, move through things. So I'm encouraging myself, really. It's like looking back as a conversation with myself to be more forgiving.
Yeah.
Donc oui, effectivement, c'est des thèmes... excusez-moi, c'est des thèmes qui sont assez lourds, mais à travers lesquels j'essaye justement de passer outre ces épreuves que j'ai traversées. Et j'essaye aussi par là même de permettre aux autres de le faire en traversant moi-même ce processus de retour en arrière et de relecture du passé.
And your music sort of jumps from anger-fueled sort of almost abrasive chants, these sort of post-punk, the origins of post-punk, I guess, of punk. And then also you got these sort of warm, sensitive echoes. Where do you draw that inspiration from, those sounds, I guess? Maybe name a couple of artists that you know of.
Votre musique passe de la colère volcanique à la nostalgie sensible. D'où tirez-vous votre inspiration et quels sont les artistes qui vous ont inspiré? D'où tirez-vous ces sentiments?
I'd say sonically, I was really influenced by a few tapes my mum had in the car. And so some of them were, she had a tape that on one side it was Joy Division, on the other side there was Cure, there was the Smiths. But then she had a lot of punk stuff and she had like Nirvana. My older sister was into grunge and stuff like that. So I think some of the abrasive stuff is a bit more like grunge leaning. And then I really love the landscapes and sparseness of Joy Division and that sort of post-punk. But then I really enjoy the modern take of what people are doing with it now as well.
J'avais ma mère avait une cassette sur laquelle il y avait du Joy Division, mais aussi du Nirvana qui avait été ajouté par ma sœur aussi. Et pour le coup, c'est de là que je tiens le côté abrasif de cette musique, mais aussi le côté un petit peu éthéré et plus onirique. Et c'est ça mélangé à ce qui est plus actuel, ce que je côtoie maintenant, qui fait qui donne la musique que je fais.
I do want to touch on that sort of revival of post-punk, I guess. I'm not sure how much time. Est-ce qu'on a beaucoup de temps qui reste là pour we'll continue with it anyway. But how do you see yourself? So much. How do you see yourself amongst this sort of revival? I guess you're in the heart of it now in the UK, surrounded by bands like Idols and Fontaine's DC.
There's many great bands, all doing it in their own way, and I think it's exciting. But I also am keen to see where it's going. I feel like that's been a thing for the last 3 years, kind of thing. I feel like, and now I see evolving, and I kind of want to evolve. Like what I'm doing is like bringing more like electronic elements. Like for me anyway, personally, that's what excites me. I also love like a lot of trip hop and electronic music, and I DJ. So I think, I'm excited to see where everyone takes it. I feel like when people are putting out albums, they're like even like Fontaine's recent album is like, it's them, but it's different, and Idols, and everyone's, I like it when we all encourage each other to evolve.
Merci. Donc, comment vous vous placez dans cette vague de revival post-punk maintenant que vous êtes au cœur de celle-ci en Angleterre? Donc effectivement, il y a pas mal de groupes depuis 3 ans qui émergent, qui sont assez présents et qui ont une grosse aura, comme Fontaine's DC, Idols, etc. Et ça m'intéresse beaucoup de voir comment évoluent ces groupes et comment moi j'évolue en parallèle, avec la volonté de rajouter, d'ajouter pas mal de musique électronique, du beatmaking, de jouer les DJ, de jouer les DJ, et de justement voir ce que chacun apporte à ce mouvement et à ce style.
Personally, very excited to see you live because you seem like a live performer.
Massively.
And you create that space in your music for playing live, it seems, whether that be because I haven't seen you live yet, but do you guys leave space for experimentation? Is this something you consider when writing your music or in the studio?
There are some songs that like are never fully locked in and they really excite me. So I like to leave some things very rehearsed and then some things with the freedom to experiment because it's different every night. I'm going to play a new song tonight that it's just super fresh and I just want to test it out. So I think it's like a mix of what you know well and then also keeping it exciting and trying new things. Yeah. But definitely I feel like the live set is maybe a little bit heavier than people might expect. Like I think, which is definitely something I'm into, but I think things always live get a bit more. Naturally, yeah.
Donc oui, je suis impatient de vous voir en live parce que vous avez l'air de vous donner sur scène et vous semblez jouer avec l'espace quand vous jouez. Est-ce que c'est quelque chose que vous prenez en compte pendant le processus d'écriture? Oui, je laisse volontairement certains morceaux un petit peu dans le flou quand je les prépare parce que je sais qu'ils vont vivre et évoluer sur scène. Et justement, on dit pas mal que mon son est plus lourd quand je suis sur scène. Donc du coup, il y a vraiment une différence entre le studio et le live qui fait vivre les morceaux en dehors de sur le papier.
We're going to have to wrap it up there. Thank you very much, Enola,
Thank
for coming
you.
to talk to us.
It's been a pleasure.
Du coup, Enola joue live ce soir pour Hop à 21h sur le scène Micro Campo. Vous pouvez écouter leur musique partout, sur toutes les plateformes. Et on va vous laisser sur un petit morceau de prévu. Vous êtes sur Radio Campus Orléans.